Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to look at in behavior algebraically. In the video before this, we were looking at graphically, looking at the smiley faces and describing your day and things like that. So we're going to look at it more algebraically now, and we are going to be filling out a table, but we'll do that, well, I'm not really sure when we're going to do that in the meeting yet, but we'll figure it out. So this very first example, what we're going to be looking at for in behavior is we're going to be looking at the exponent, the highest exponent, which we call the degree, and we're going to be looking at the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient and the degree of the function, the highest exponent, that is going to only be looking at the highest exponent, so this one is x to the third, and the number in front of that highest exponent. So this is actually the only thing that we care about in this problem, and what you can do is just, nope. We don't even need any of this information over here, okay? So we don't need to focus on any of that information. All that we need to look at is this guy right here, the one with the highest exponent on it. So we're going to start by looking at the highest exponent, and the highest exponent is 3. So what we're going to ask ourselves is that even or is that odd? So we're looking at evens and odds here. That's starting with the highest exponent. And don't forget the exponent is the number that's up top, so that's this guy right here. So that's either going to be even or odd, okay? And in this case, this one is going to be odd. 3 is an odd number, so this is going to be odd. And then we're going to look at the leading coefficient, that's the number in the front, and we're going to ask, is that positive or is that negative? Positive or negative? Positive or negative. Okay, and since we're looking at that number in the front, this one is -6, so that is going to be a negative number. So we're going to have an odd negative. Okay, and this is where describing your day really comes into handy. So since it's odd, that means it's not going to be a smiley face or a frowny face. Instead, it's going to be describing your day. So let's start out with what we know. We know that we're just going to be filling in the blanks. As x goes to negative infinity, y goes to something. As x goes to positive infinity, y goes to something. All right, but this is an odd negative, so that means that they're not going to be the same. They're not going to be even, okay? And since it's odd negative, that means thinking about describing your day, what would be a negative day? That would be starting good, ending bad. So starting good up at positive infinity, ending bad down at negative infinity. So starting good, positive, ending bad, negative. Okay, so this is going to be what our in behavior is going to be for an odd negative function. So I'm going to copy that over to my odd negative in the table. Okay, let's look at another one. Looking at problem number 2 now. The degree of this function is going to be the highest exponent. So I'm looking around, and the highest exponent that I see here is 6. So since 6 is our highest exponent, we're only going to be concerned with 6 and the -10 in the front. So let's look at the 6 first and ask ourselves, is 6 an odd number or is it an even number? Well, 6 is an even number, so this is going to be even. And then I'm looking in the front of the function, I see that, in front of the term, I see that there is a negative in this leading coefficient, so it's -10. So this is going to be even, negative. Since we're talking about even, that means that both sides are going to be the same thing, so it's either both going to be positive infinity or negative infinity, sort of giving it away here. This is going to be even negative, so it's both going to be pointing down. The frowny face, his face is even, but they're both going down. So we're going to have both sides pointing down towards negative infinity, aka thinking about that frowny face. So both sides are pointing down, both are going down towards negative infinity. And we'll draw a little frowny face on here just because we can. Sad. And this was describing your day, by the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and write this down for even, negative. Positive infinity, y goes to negative infinity. So both of these things are the same. That's what we call our even. These are different. That's why we call them odd. Okay, so let's look at the next one, and I'm going to look to the highest exponent first. And here I see that the biggest exponent is 7. So that's what we're going to be working with. And the number that's in front of that x to the 7th is positive 10. Okay, so we're working with the 7 and we're working with the 10. 7 is an odd number, so this is going to be odd. And then positive 10 is a positive number, so it's going to be odd, positive. So if you're describing your day here, how was your day? My day started off really bad, but it ended good. That is an odd positive. So it's still odd. They're not matching, but it started bad down at negative infinity, and it ended up good at positive infinity. So this one, actually, I drew the wrong diagram here. The odd negative was supposed to be starting up and then going down, but this one is now starting down and going up. Sorry about that on the first graph. Okay, and I'm going to transfer this one to the table as well. Okay, and describing your day, oh, it started bad, it ended good. Odd day, but it's positive. So there you go. All right, and the last one that we're looking at the highest degree, I see that that is 14, and the number in front of that is positive 3. So starting off with the 14, 14 is an even number, so this is going to be even, and 3 is a positive number. So even positive, it's even, so that means both of them are going to be the same, and it's positive, so that means that both of them are going to be positive. Another way that you can think about that is that a smiley face is even, and both of his things are pointing up to a positive infinity. So this is our smiley face, this is our even positive. Okay, I'm going to transfer this to the table. Both of them going up towards positive infinity. And I just want to make the note one more time that this only works for polynomials. So if you tried to do this with like rational functions, it would not work out well. Also with exponentials and logarithms also does not work. So this is only with polynomials. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be very happy to help you out. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.